Hello, my beautiful diamond. Sheila True Love here with you, enjoying my life to the fullest. I'm so happy to have these days off. Yesterday was Christmas. I had the time of my life. I had a really good Christmas, and I hope you did too. Right now, and you know what? Today is just Thursday, and then tomorrow's Friday. My weekend hasn't even been touched. I feel so good right now. I'm laying in my bed as we speak, and I'm watching this show. It's called Fatal Vows. I think they have like 7 or 8 seasons. Actually, it has 7 seasons. And this just really shows you what goes on behind closed doors. The truth is that in many of these marriages, many people, they feel trapped in their marriage and they're afraid to speak out about how unhappy they are. And they feel pressured to present this like, oh, my marriage is this idealistic version of their relationship, and it's nothing but lies. Just don't believe me, please. There's 7 seasons, and I think there's like 10 episodes or 12 episodes in each season. And I'm just looking at this because this is something that I know is true. No more fairy tales, no more sitting up here living in bubble world, but this is the truth of what's really going on behind closed doors. Now, as you know, I'm not a therapist, but I am a coach. And I receive so many emails, even phone calls, even though I prefer you send me the emails or send me a text message, and I do my story time. And these are clients that are real. They're live. They're telling me the truth. I know what goes on behind closed doors, with people putting up these fronts and all of these facades like they have such a great marriage or my marriage is awesome. But you'll be surprised how many women feel that they have a great marriage when they have like an open marriage or they do threesomes. They feel that they have a good man because he won't leave me. He pays bills. And that's their idea of having, oh, I got a good marriage. What? And I'm looking at Fatal Vows. It's on Max. You know, you could do a 7-day trial. So when they have these free trials, I usually take the free trials and I use them for 5 days, and I make sure I cancel them before the 7 days. So I get to watch everything I want for free. So that's the smart way to go about it. And I put it on my calendar to make sure I remember after the 5th day to call and cancel, so I won't be charged for anything. But this show, Fatal Vows, it's unbelievable. And I know you've seen it just like I've seen it. You've noticed that you have a lot of couples who they seem perfect on social media, but behind closed doors, they're struggling. And it's a reality that many marriages are built on a facade. People often feel pressured to present this idealized version of their relationship, and they're showing you all the happy moments while they're hiding the pain, the turmoil, and the suffering that lies beneath. And it's just, it just sickens me. Many individuals, like I said, they feel trapped. And they're afraid to speak out about how unhappy they are. They worry about judgment, stigma, or even the impact on their children. But they're living a lie, and it only deepens their misery. And this only creates a lot of resentment, isolation, and it makes it harder to address what's really going on and the underlying issues. And a lot of times when I'm speaking to my clients, and trust me, I've been busy. Well, not as busy as usual because of the holidays. But there's like not a week that goes by that Sheila True Love is not listening to the realities of life. What goes on really behind closed doors in these relationships. But when you think about, we're living in a world today where we're bombarded with these images. And when you look at television, they have these happy couples, these romantic dinners, the vacation, and all of these celebrations. But what happens when the camera stops rolling? Or what happens when they don't have friends and they don't have people around? Because I noticed that about a lot of married people. They always want to make sure that they're entertaining other people. They always have people around. They always have to be going on vacation. Everything always have to be with other people, because when other people are not there, the wives are being ignored. They're being treated badly, even suffering with abuse. So the wives realize, if I keep a lot of people around all the time, then I know he's going to be nice to me. He's going to give me some attention. He's at least going to talk to me. He's going to put up that front. And that's why they're constantly having people around. There are so many women who are living in misery, and they're trapped in these relationships that don't really fulfill them. A lot of times they feel isolated and they feel powerless to change the situation. And I'm noticing that a lot when I'm looking at fatal vows. It's not like blowing my mind, because when I look at divorce court and I look at all the stuff, all the things that women are putting up with, I was like, what? They're putting up a facade. That's all it is. But Sheila True Love, honey, you're not going to make a fool out of me, because I know what goes on behind closed doors. I really do. You look at a lot of these couples, the way they present themselves. Look at us. We're so in love. That's what they say, while they're secretly probably plotting something, God knows, whatever. Anyway, I think it's just sad when women find themselves in these situations, and they, I was listening to something else also, where the woman had to speak to people, and she says, well, I'm married now, so that means now I'm respectable. I'm respectable. I have value now, and I have worth. And when I heard her say that, that triggered something inside of me when she said, now I'm respectable. Wait a minute. Wait, what? So you trying to tell me before you were married, you were not respectable? You had no worth. You had no value whatsoever, unless you have some man telling you, now you're respectable. Now you have what? No, that's a part of that male patriarchy. And women who want to constantly support that male patriarchy instead of supporting sisterhoods. Like, I'm a firm believer right now, and I'm a part of the 4B movement, as I've made that, I've made that clear to everyone on all of my social media. I'm a part of the 4B movement, meaning that I believe that women should support their own gender. When you see a woman in trouble, women should step up and help women. We're sitting up here supporting a gender who, when you look at history, all throughout history, this gender have the male gender, and I'm not trying to be rude or offend anyone, I'm speaking facts. They have done nothing but abuse women, take women's rights away. You're not allowed to vote. You can't buy a house. You can't wear pants. You can't do this. You can't get a passport. You can't do anything. You're not allowed an education unless a man's approving it. All throughout history. And I'm really sad to say that in many countries, that's still going on, where women are not allowed to do much of anything unless they have a man's approval, or if a man permits it. That's ridiculous. Why should we keep supporting that gender when we should be supporting our own? We should build sisterhoods in all of our communities, and we should look out for each other. That's all I'm saying. Do I like men? No, I love them. It's beyond liking them. I love them as activity buddies, as for companionship from time to time. And yes, if there's times when a man may need a little help, I'll pray about it. And I always take like 72 hours to make a decision. I'll get back to you in 72 hours, because it gives me a chance to think things through thoroughly. And if you're not putting first the kingdom so that all other things can be added to you, then no, I'm not really trying to reach out. I'm really not. But my point is, check out the show Fatal Vows when you get the chance, and you can get it on Max and do the 7-day free trial. Cut it off after 5 days, but just check out what I'm saying so you can see it's not just my opinion. It's not just my viewpoint. But like Sheila True Love, I always do the research and I speak facts. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.